What's going on? Oh, we lost Meta and we lost K. What the hell?
They were both driving on the road, so they might have gotten into a car wreck. That's what you get for streaming. And
We were in collision.
Oh, yeah.
I really hope not.
But I'm gonna get back up here, and I'm gonna just drive away. Just one sec. Here I go.
What's up? Welcome to Council's Corner episode. I don't know.
14.
14. There we go. That's like 3 months, dude. 4 months.
Yep.
That's a lot of time. I don't know.
One
really
day
gonna
late,
start-
but for a good reason, and just for we did do 13 weeks on the same day every day, so that was pretty good.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty
Yeah,
impressive.
we did change up the schedule this week, but hopefully Siberian got the memo. We'll get that one follower back in here. But yeah, so the big news this week is the update of our favorite VR game landed. So we're gonna play that tonight. Probably
Controversial.
The entire guild and show may collapse tonight. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens.
We'll have a take.
Hot take. I don't know. We might have to filter tonight's broadcast.
Not safe for work.
I'm gonna be honest though, Samal, like it's funny that it's affecting you so much because I'm just gonna jump straight into it. Zenith update. I just played it. And I tried the flying, and the flying goes faster, in my opinion.
You glide a lot faster now.
You glide. It feels good to me.
Disagree.
The basic glide. I mean, you can't glitch it, but the basic glide is a lot faster.
Didn't even try it.
And you can pick up downward momentum a little bit better. So as a mage, you just teleport up high and then fly from there. It's still slower than fast flying, but it's better than walking.
You're not making a great argument here.
It's so hard to because I've played through a lot of MMOs. I've played through a lot of live service games.
They need to remove stamina loss when not in combat.
Well,
that would help.
And I may be fair. Maybe I have possibly collected more tiers, so it doesn't feel as constricting to me when flying. But I have a feeling, Shamal, you have just as many tiers as I do, if not more.
I'm only missing one, I think.
Yeah, so you're probably higher.
I'm missing the top tier, and I'll never get it now because you can't fast fly.
And what's the point? The reason for getting the stamina was so you could fly longer. What do you even use it for otherwise? Fighting or something?
I mean, as a blade master, every time you block, you use stamina. They have done a lot of balancing in the classes. So now when you're playing tank,
yeah,
I've been playing for how long,
and
your
fucking
I've never
shield
used God hands.
Oh, the shields disappear now?
Yeah, your shell is gone so quick now. The tank.
You can't stack it. It's gone in like 8 seconds.
So I can no longer do the Doctor Strange dance.
Well, you still have God hands, but your shell, when you make your antimatter shell appear, your shield.
Oh,
so you have your normal
armor or whatever.
And you get
when
that
you're
shield
stacking your health.
Yeah.
You can't do that anymore.
No.
So
it's gone pretty quick.
The first thing I noticed, I thought my game was glitching. I was like, "Oh my god." I'm gonna die so many times now.
I'll say the one thing that I was glad. I mean, I have to be the optimist here, but the first thing I noticed when I hopped in was I was like, "Oh, what's going on? What's going on?" Syndicate was all of a sudden just there, like, "Hey, what do you want to do?" And then she just showed me exactly what I needed to do, and so that is cool. That the network of friends that we have created still is there.
We're back into running into people we recognize and know. Like,
So did they somehow make it
people
easier
in,
to?
and there's like 5 other full servers right now. Like, when's the last time you remember seeing more than one full server? You know?
Oh, I don't see other full servers right now. Actually, when I got on, Acolyte was full,
Oh,
Crimson was high, and One Shard was medium, and everything else was low. And it's
oh,
still like
I
that
guess
right now, I think.
I logged in earlier today to make sure I had a spot. So
Well, and I should be honest, the first thing that actually happened when I logged in was I ran into Kitty like immediately. So that does sound
yeah,
right.
like,
Just because I know where to look. I know where all of our peoples are. So I was just like, oh, Brim's Tavern, and there's Kitty. So.
oh yeah, and I was hiding so that I wouldn't get reported for being AFK. So
Because nobody ever goes there.
do what?
Because nobody ever goes to the tavern, so you're safe.
No one's
hiding
going
there.
to the tavern during an update. Are you kidding me?
No, why would anyone be in
People are
there
trying to
except
go
for me?
things.
But yes, there's a lot of big changes in the game,
There's
and
no
like I said,
clipping.
yeah, they've fixed a lot of the bugs they were working on. They've done massive back end updates, so they're moving away from a game that's, let's be honest,
Fun.
a bad game, but it's fun to play, and they're moving more towards a game that's a good game, but it's more structured and less fun to play. So
Ooh.
But you just said, Jamal, that you haven't tried it. I would just try the flying out. Like it
No, I mean I tried to fly, but like just the fact that they've removed the fast flying from the game removed my desire to play the game anymore. Like that's what got me to enjoy the game in the first place. When I first got into Zenith, that was one of the first things that I learned how to do in the game. I was like level 4 or something when somebody taught me how to fast fly, and I was like, wow, this game is actually fun. From that point, after they taught me. Before that, I wasn't so sure. And now that it's gone again.
I just want to get specific on that. Is it like was it the physical motion that you were doing of the fast
No, I
fly?
love the like sensation of being able to move. It's the locomotion. It was incredible.
Yeah.
You could look somewhere and go there. And now you have to be like, oh, how am I going to get there? Am I going to climb up that shit? It's going to take me 20 minutes to get over there instead of 20 seconds. Like,
yeah, and one of the big things they've always done in
exploration of the
MMOs is just constraining your movement and forcing you to kind of like, you got to walk on this path and walk all the way to Ironforge. It's something they've always done. So it was a huge thing in this game to be able to just blast around with your jetpack and go wherever you wanted.
If they want to make it when you're level 40 and you've beat the boss 10 times, then you can fast fly, I'm okay with that. But to remove it entirely and say, oh, this was a mistake, that's just idiotic.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. It's interesting. I guess I just come from a different angle. Like if you learned how to fast fly when you were level 4, I didn't learn how to fast fly till I was like level 40. And so it just seemed like this crazy bonus to me. I was like, I had gotten used to the game without doing that at all. So now normal flying
Although
is
I
like
will say
it's faster.
For me, it became an immensely more fun game when I did figure that out, though.
No,
I'm not gonna lie. From level like 25 to 40, like that gap was one of the most boring things. I don't know why I drilled myself through, but I did. But when I got to, then it was a better game. But yeah, had I had fast flying that whole time, and I could have done that level section where it was like a dead player area, like there weren't any players to like play with there, like it probably would have not been dull. Because the game, in my opinion, was a lot of fun until they started. Yeah, I can't imagine it would have taken forever. But I can't. The game started to get iffy when they started reusing assets. So I am happy to see that they're putting in new stuff at each location with the new dungeons. I really would like to get into them just because there are some new mechanics that I think are definitely going to be fun. Like the traps add a nice aspect to it. In my opinion, that adds a little bit more strategy than just like boss turrets that spawn that are always there. But I feel like it is going to get a little bit monotonous. I feel like the first few times it could be fun, worth doing, but I don't know how long it's going to be repetitive.
It'll get repetitive really quick. I mean, during the beta, I ran through not the mausoleum, but the reliquary maybe 5 times, and by the 5th time, I mean, I'm not excited to jump in and do it this week all over again on the real server. So, but
Yes.
you got to do it to get your gear, and then you use your gear to go into the raid.
It's like they're
Yes.
making a game based off of hearing what an MMO is supposed to be like and having never played one themselves or something.
It really does feel like that. Like they're making a game based off of stuff they heard about. You're right.
That's an interesting take, but I feel like it's more like they know what they want, but they're way underqualified to actually give what they actually want or something. Like it seems like they're like if everything that they said they want to do and are going to do, if it was done, it would be good. But they're just so far behind that roadmap. I don't know.
Yeah, if they had put in everything that we had ever asked for, then I might have been okay with the fast flying going away. Professors.
I think you really are hitting the nail on the head there because like when you're walking around, I see spots where it looks like there should be a pack of enemies waiting for you, or this would be a good place for an NPC. And I think that's the way they're building it, is they're thinking like, we're going to do so many cool things, but right now here's a reskin of that enemy you saw 10 levels ago.
It is weird how PC can see entire game objects that Quest can't. That feels weird to me. Like I understand why they're doing it for processing purposes, but it's really jarring to a conversation when someone's trying to be like, "Hey, check this out," and it's like that game object literally doesn't exist for me on Quest.
Yeah.
Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
I haven't.
I play on PC, so I have no clue what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know the exact situation you're talking about.
There's entire NPCs that don't show up. Oh no, like in the Emerald Desert, like there's entire NPC models that don't show up, and in the city it's like that. Like there's entire like game assets that like literally don't render for Quest users if they're not like Quest needed.
I didn't know that. That's weird. Yeah, there's people walking around and using the shops. William, what up?
But yeah, no, Samaldo, I totally see what you're feeling about. But I will say, again, I got to be there. Syndicate was there. She helped guide me through the first dungeon, not the instance version of it, but just the overworld version. And it was fun. I thought it was fun. It was a fairly good size. New character models. I appreciated that there were actually new enemy models. I still easily beat them, but
it's level 30.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be level 30.
Aren't they scaling you down? If they're scaling you down, it should be challenging.
No, they don't scale you down that much.
Yeah, not that much.
You're still a high level in that area, so you still have a huge advantage. I did it right before tonight. I went through the beach dungeon, and I had a whole train behind me. And when I stopped for one of the quest parts, they all of a sudden like jumped up on me, and I dropped my red circle, and then they all died. So I got all my quest stuff in like 5 seconds, but yeah, that huge train, still no problem for a tank. But
who's running that train?
Run trains.
Man, anyways, I was so looking forward to new content. Like I was excited, and now I'm just not.
Let's try it. We got to try it.
Like I was talking to Meta about it earlier, and I was like, the issue is I've had my 2 weeks to go through all the stages of grief, and I'm finally to acceptance. Because I remember him and I talking about fast flying.
You're mourning the death of fast flying. I'm mourning the death of Zenith. There's the difference between our stages of grief.
For me, it reminds me a lot of like, when I was playing WoW, and all of a sudden they nerfed druids. And you couldn't heal very well, and like the only reason I was a druid was to heal, and so all of a sudden I've got to learn a whole new way to play like a
massive slap in the face to like people who like spent time leveling that particular character. I feel like mage is not what I leveled it to be. I wouldn't have picked mage or mage tank if that like healing was that way. Like I understand they definitely had to nerf it, but like damn.
So with all the balancing and everything. Again, with a live update game, there's always going to be shit like this where they have to tweak it and figure out what they're doing. But, we've got one thing that's really cool about this is now healers have a purpose. Because who has ever
That's
cared
true.
if we had support on our team? When have we ever been like, oh, yay, you're playing a healer, you're useful?
That's what I played.
It's always been like,
that's what I
guys, I'll
played
just
the
get on
game
my
all
tank
the
so I
way
can play with you,
for.
you know? And
Yeah,
everyone's a mage tank.
exactly.
So
I have a
so
healer
now
as
that
well,
tanks
but
aren't
fuck
indestructible, the healer makes sense. And so there's a whole new reason for classes. Because before, I mean, you know, I've seen Blade Master supports, but I don't think I've ever seen someone playing Blade Master support like in the game. So, you know, they're going to have a purpose now. And tanks, you know, we're supposed to be the thing that gets aggression, not the thing that lives forever, you know. So they have to balance things out and make things play and make their, because you don't want everyone in the game being a mage tank. And like every time now, like I remember early on, we're like, oh, we need a tank, we need a tank. And then the last month we were playing, every single one of us was a mage tank. Like,
we all
you know?
realized how fucking easy it was.
Well, yeah,
So-
like, oh, we can
And
we
so
can
we
easy
should,
mode the entire
you know.
game. So,
So we-
you know,
yeah.
it's games have to grow, they have to evolve. There's going to be a lot of balancing back and forth. You know, early on, they made it clear that fast flying was a glitch. They even called it an exploit. For a little bit, they were threatening people that were teaching people how to fast fly, that they
Yeah,
could be
forgot about
banned for
that.
teaching exploits. You know, for
Don't
a
have
long
fun
time,
in our
they've made-
game.
don't break our shit is kind of what they're saying. You know, so it's
Don't
like
make
it's like
broke it. They
fixing,
broke their shit.
it is. And I think it was
So
a huge
true.
mistake for them to initially make it okay, and
Yeah, if
then
they
to
didn't want
even
it, they should have
balance and
taken it
make
away
it
right
where it
away.
was okay to do.
No, yeah, just
That was a
it-
huge
the
mistake.
stance
They
had
should have just
always
said,
been-
"No, guys, it doesn't work in our game. It's not how we want it to work. Sorry." They should have done that from the beginning instead of 4, 5. How long are we into this game now? 5 months? Months.
5
Months and months into the game.
Yeah.
Where it's literally a skill set that people have to learn to really have been able to do anything the last couple of months. So I agree. It's a huge mistake on their part to do it the way they did it, but I understand them not having it in game. So for me,
I'm on the
again,
same bandwagon personally. They should have just removed it as a bug early on.
Yeah.
It's so, and that's what. So I said this last week. I said they have people like going off in their Discord, and entire arguments are happening about it's
Oh,
going to
yeah.
be removed. It's not going to be
There's a-
removed, and they're just quietly watching it. They could have said something at any point. They knew they were.
They even
removing
said,
it.
"Oh, we're not ruining fast flying. We're just taking away the ability to gain
you
altitude."
won't be
I
able
was
to
like,
get
"Okay,
altitude.
as long
Yeah,
as you
no,
can
I have a
still fast
screenshot.
fly."
I have a
But no,
screenshot of
they
one of
ruined
the
it.
devs literally saying like it's not being removed at all. Like you can still do fast
Fucking
flying. Like it
liars.
literally says that. It says that verbatim, and it's like, but you just can't gain altitude. And I'm like,
They broke the
I
trust.
kept
I don't
telling
trust
people,
them
I was
anymore.
like, you can't do that. That's not
Yeah,
possible.
it was definitely a bad move on their part. Again, I mean, it
You're like,
was
I'm used
not
to
the way-
abusive relationships. I'm okay with it.
I am, man. I played Destiny and Destiny 2 for years, dude. Well, you want to talk abusive relationships?
Oh, if you played WoW, you've dealt with an abusive relationship.
Oh, yeah.
Blizzard is the ultimate gaslighting, like bad ex.
Oh man, but and you're right. You're right. It's the experiences I've already had in live update games that have made me prepared for like I'm going to hate this game for a little while, you know. But things
I'm willing
always
to shelve it until they change their minds or until there's enough to make it worth walking at like 1 foot per minute or something.
the only thing that scares me about Zenith is because it's a retail model. It's not a subscription model. And so in a subscription model, it's really easy for people to say, fuck you, we don't like this update because they don't log in and they don't play and they stop their subscriptions. And then the developers go, all right, we've got to figure out a way to make them happy or balance this better. And so they work on the next update and they say, we heard you, yeah, we agree. Rogues should still be able to do this. I'm sorry about that. And then they re-implement it or they find a way to balance it. But in a retail model, people are buying the
They can
game.
kind of do whatever they want.
Like there's no incentive for them to listen to current players other than us not bitching about it on a podcast.
Well, they're certainly going to lose some word of mouth advertising. Before this, I was telling people buy Zenith, and after this, I'm going to be like, stay away from Ramen. Those guys are dicks. They lie to you in their Discord. You know, like.
I mean, they did kind of lie. I will say that they straight up, bold-faced, definitely lied.
It was, yeah. I can agree with you there because I remember seeing that and just feeling like, yes. See, but and that's exactly what I'm talking about because in that situation, you were OP. The game was awesome for you, and it sucked for other people that came in contact with you.
But nothing about fast flying makes the game worse for anybody else.
No,
It just makes it harder to develop fun things
for the
for.
devs.
Yeah,
right.
they solve the problem for themselves, not for the player.
But
they got
and I
like
made
a
this
dad on
point.
Christmas gets their kid like a new suit, like, but it's his size. He's like, "Here, Jimmy, it's for you." But Dad, I can't fit this. Here, Dad, you have it. Oh well, oh thank you, so kind. Like, this definitely wasn't a gift for me to start with.
But to play devil's advocate, because I do agree with you, I really do, Sermaldo. I promise. But there are two sides to the story, and they're a small studio. They've been in development of this game for at least a year. I honestly don't know when they started working on it, but they have at this point years of development into it. And I am betting you anything right now they're working on content that they're not planning on releasing for a year or two from now. So they have all this stuff built. They have everything they've been working on. And it was all based on this idea that a player cannot go from here to here. Right. And, they had a choice of going back and retooling everything they've done already in order to
For a
make
retail
fast
model game,
flying
they have no
work.
incentive to do that.
But I mean, they'd have to retool everything. And I think by the tone of the way they're talking in their Discord, it sounds like they want to try to do something for those of us. And they're looking at ways to implement something that resembles fast flying. But as it breaks the game. It breaks their game, And you can boo. It's okay. Because I agree, but I also understand that, one, you can't make everyone happy. And just the same way, like there's a whole crowd of people out there that have hated people that can fast fly because they can't do it.
People.
Fuck the haters.
Yeah. Who
cares about them? They're not me.
No. You can't do it, and you wish you could.
Good, scrub.
Then whatever. But if you can't do it, and you've never asked someone to do it, then just ask someone. They'll probably tell you.
Yeah, I love teaching
asked
people.
someone if they were a dick to you, then I don't know what to tell you. That guy was an asshole. Try another person.
And
Most people aren't assholes about it.
This is another really good point from William. Is if they retooled content to adapt to fast flying, everyone would have to learn how to do it. And again, I know we all think it's not that hard, but I remember the night we taught Budo how to fly, and it took him 3 seconds to do it. And that was like our fifth week of trying to teach Zay how to fly.
So you have to try to show people what to do with the controllers without being able to show them your controllers. That's what it is.
And so
people
I
can
think,
see how fucking easy it is.
Yeah, it's super. Like there's no skill to it. Like it's just it's holding the
that's the
thumbstick and
motion.
making sure you tilt your arms the right way. Like you look like an
but I
idiot.
couldn't do it that lame. I had to make it look cool in my own head. It wasn't.
This is why you fail.
We go into after the fall videos like I'm doing manual loading. No one else I've talked to so far does. I'm gonna make it harder.
Yes. But
that's right. Shots have been fired.
Don't
Don't distract her while she's driving. Yeah, you know what? Since we're here and we've actually got people watching,
Zay's name out your mouth.
Zay and Kay
Watch
are
how
on a road
much
trip.
we're talking about Zay now that she can't look at the phone.
Yeah. Who's Zay Leaky? Are we talking about Zay Leaky?
No, we're talking about a
I'm
different,
sure.
different Zay.
Oh, my bad.
Not Zay Leaky. No.
But I know you were just about to
Zay Leak,
transition. Did you want to transition? I was just going to ask one more thing, Kitty. Since you played the beta, like, so how much other, like, how many things are there? How many, like, instances? How many dungeons? You had to do some giant climb. What was all this shit about?
So they've added 3, quest level dungeons. There's what they call the overworld dungeon, and then there's the instance dungeon. So there's 2 versions of every dungeon. The overworld dungeon is just a kind of boring place with enemies in it. They're kind of higher level enemies, so you'll get better stuff off of them. But it's not an instance. You'll still run into people from your shard and all of that. And then there's the instanced variety of each dungeon, where it pulls you off of your shard into the instance, and it's only you and your party or your matchmaking group. And the
so there's an
instance
overworld
version
dungeon of each of them?
Do what?
Each of them has an overworld dungeon and an instanced version?
Yes. And they have multiple varieties of instance dungeons.
And were these pre-existing locations, or did they add new stuff?
No, it's
to the
all
overworld?
added.
These are
all new
entirely new. Sarmata. So like, if you're curious, I don't think I've really officially put my stance other than just complain. But I'm kind of halfway between Kitty's perspective and halfway between your perspective. I am extremely skeptical and on the fence about my commitment to this game moving forward. But having seen the dungeons, if you haven't seen them all the way through yet, or like seen the videos of them or anything, it's entirely new stuff, and it feels good. It's to scale. Like, each dungeon is pretty much the size of a new area, and it's not like reused assets. It's all brand new stuff for the most part.
Yeah,
like,
I enjoyed the first one, and if there's 2 more of those, and then imagining there could be more of those in the future, that's like, it's like getting more content, which, again, since it's not subscription based, then I'm backing, because it's like, rarely do you buy a game that's not subscription based and they give you more content that's actually that.
It does start to feel the norm in VR so far.
Pre-release though, like, that's the point.
That's
like,
true. That's true.
All still pre-release.
So again, that's why if it is pre-release, then you kind of got to give them a break.
But yeah. So there's multiple versions. I'm not sure if it's just kind of increased difficulty or if they actually change any of the puzzles or anything. But I mean, there's puzzles you have to solve. There's routes you have to take.
They added, like,
there's enemies that do certain things when you kill them. There's bosses that are legitimately difficult to fight. Like, I said earlier in our Discord, it's a different game. Like, it's not. You've got the same models, you've got the same weapons, you're kind of doing the same thing, but the it's a different game.
And what's with this giant climb?
Yeah.
The giant climb. Yeah, so it's 45 minutes of hell. I've done it 6 times now.
If you fall, you have to fucking restart.
Yeah, now I have to do it one more time
on
this character. It's pretty annoying the first time. Obviously, you can't.
I love annoying gameplay.
I know he's saying that like actually serious.
I'm not gonna lie. You just said it's
dumbass
annoying the
like
first
Lord.
time. So have you done it a second time? Like, what do you mean? If it's annoying the first time, it's annoying every time. Like,
once you
that's the time it shouldn't be annoying.
Once you learn the mechanics of it, it's a lot easier, because initially, there's timing for your jumps. There's things you can grab and can't grab now.
Thing in there?
And like, my first time up,
this is a tutorial.
My first time
They
up,
put a
I tried
tutorial in.
to grab it. What are you talking about? I'm trying to say things right here. My first time up, I was trying to climb up a chain, and my stamina and everything was fine, and so I thought, oh, I'll climb it up, and I'll just climb up and stand on top of this. But as soon as I got up to the chain, the next area was what they call that slippery surface, and my stamina started dropping really fast, and I fell all the way, and I fell so hard I fell through the map and just kept falling. Um, and that really sucked because I thought I was at the end of the climbing puzzle, and then I had to start all the way back at the beginning. I was not at the end. I was about to the halfway point, and yeah.
But you were like, "Oh, thank God, this is the end," because you're having so much fun while you're doing it.
No, kind of. It's dude, it's hard to put in the words because it feels like a challenge, and there's a level of gameplay where at that point I was still really salty about fast flying, and the difficulty of the jumping puzzle was higher than my playing ability, and so that's what made it annoying. It wasn't necessarily a bad puzzle or a bad thing to do. I wasn't good enough at not fast flying to do it. And so that's kind of one of the reasons I keep playing through it, is because it's just kind of working on the skills and being confident in how you can fly now, and kind of figuring out areas where you can still not do what they want you to do and still make it through it. So that was a lot of it. Like one of the people we've been playing with a lot, Syndicate, she has an intense fear of heights to the point where she's like shaking and sweating and can't play. And now there's a puzzle in the game that requires you to climb a literal castle in the sky. And there's parts of it where you're hanging from vines and walking across little tiny planks. And
it looks gnarly. I
could
look at it and I was like, whoa. Yeah.
It's really cool. It is really cool. But from her perspective, that's terrible. And so one of the times I was going with her, we were looking for all these ways to kind of make it easier. And there's a lot of ways to still cheese through it, even though you can't fast fly. But
fast flying is how I want to cheese through it, though.
I know.
If I had to choose a way.
Well, so let me say this. From hearing this, what this sounds like is like... So what this sounds like to me is they removed fast flying, and they were just going to push that in the update. There wasn't going to be a floating castle. And then someone on the team was like, we need to show them why it matters. And so they built a tutorial that you have to do to play the new stuff. If you want to play the new stuff, you got to do our tutorial on getting used to flying without fast flying. And that's what it feels like they threw in there.
I disagree slightly. So what I think happened is I think they wanted to take out fast flying, but they said we can't fuck them over and pull out fast flying unless we give them something. So I think they were waiting for the update to remove it so that we would finally be like, oh, well, we have all this new stuff, so we're fine with not being able to fly. That's what I think happened.
Actually, I think it might have happened in the inverse. Like they built this thing first, and then they realized, like a month into development, they were like, wait, this thing that we spent all this time doing won't matter if they can just go up.
Oh, exactly.
Like, we're not rebuilding it. We're not rebuilding it. They're fine.
Well, and in the raid, limiting your flying is really important in the raid because then the raid mechanics don't work. So like the final boss, you can just fly around and avoid his attack if you can fly. But if you're grounded, you can't avoid that stuff. And so, it's... Man, I am on both sides of the fence so hard on this. Like, it's tough for me. Because I've enjoyed playing it. I definitely understand why the glide mechanic is important as opposed to being able to fly. I understand it, but I am still very sad that I can't fly. And I'm even sadder because I've been really busy this week doing the beta test and learning stuff about the game. But I forgot to log back in last night and get like my one last fast fly in. so I didn't get to go experience flying one last time. So, I'm still mad about that. Like, for all I know, I will never be able to do that again. And it was a lot of fun. All right.
And now we try to decide what we're going to do.
Okay.
We've spent 35 minutes talking about how bummed we are about fast flying.
And it's not enough.
There are
Right
two major updates we could also discuss other than just the flying.
Yeah. So we are going to jump into the game.
William brings up a good question. So he bought No Man's Sky. I haven't launched it yet. Thought sure with a first-time player. Oh my god.
It's huge, overly complicated, and you're going to get overwhelmed very quickly.
Yeah, you'll get overwhelmed, but if you stick with it, it could be one of the best experiences you've had. The amount of hours I've put into No Man's Sky is stupid. Like, it's hundreds of fucking hours. It's just
don't launch it.
It's like you
just speaking of games that were completely different a month after they launched.
No Man's Sky is amazing. The new update, my VR has been sucking with it lately because they've just added so much to it graphically. So I might have to play it flat screen, which is fine. But it is, when it comes to VR, it's one of the most fleshed out VR games. Just being able to, okay. I used to have imagination of a kid like, you had like a screen I get that like a little holographic screen coming out of it's just amazing. Oh wait, Kitty's somewhere. Where's Kitty at? Let's take a look.
He's in the tavern.
Oh yes, he's got some good noodles that he's eating. Are they ramen noodles? I don't know if Sir Maldo wants to eat those noodles.
We should do one of these thingamajiggers.
I don't know if does Kitty know that he switched? She probably does.
I'm sure Kitty knows. This is a power play.
He's gonna force us to come into Zenith.
Well, he's moving now.
So you're sure what?
If you look over, there might be someone else already there.
Oh!
It would appear that I'm disappearing.
Oh, jeez.
All right, let me get rid of him.
Oh man, I don't have any carrots.
All right, Sir Maldo.
Yeah.
What do you think? Are you just over it? Do you not want to join in on these guys?
I don't know, dude. Like,
I think because you hate it so much, I think you should do it more than anybody else.
Just join in and like run around asking people, "Are you a developer?" I want to argue with you. Oh man. Yeah, no, I don't know, dude. Thought we were gonna talk some Demeo.
Well, and we can do that too. I mean, we've got some time.
So you played some of it today?
Yeah, no, I totally tried to beat the newest map and just got my ass handed to me.
Was it the one that we tested with the new character that we tested?
The Warlock, was that the new character that you had played?
Does it have like? Oh man, I don't know if I'm allowed to just guess because I don't.
Oh no, what, like is it like a cat dog? Like it's like
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the character. It's pretty awesome.
Okay. Nice.
Anyways,
so you said you got close to beating it?
Oh, I got close and then I just got my ass handed and it pissed me off. And I spent I would say it was like 3-4
Oh
hours.
my gosh, is that
okay.
Is that you?
The volume coming from Kitty's stuff is very loud.
No, I got it.
Here we are. So where are we going?
Can you guys hear me in meta?
Yep, we can hear you.
All right. Well, are you guys not playing? You just gonna sit there and chat?
Yeah, I think so. Unless Budo's gonna hop in.
I can try to hop in. I'll try to
Oh
hop
man,
in.
You don't
I
have to.
don't know
You
how to
just
run
have
this
to
crap
show
on my
us
own.
All right. Have you done anything?
I
yet,
can
Meta?
run it. I can run both. I'm gonna do
Nope,
both.
I've
This is
been
gonna be
waiting
first
for
time.
this.
First time for the council corner, so you can see me in my
you're gonna need to
headset.
go to
This stupid
Skysong
trope.
Summit.
All right.
Okay.
Oh.
Do.
Maybe
Okay.
Sir Maldo will be a little less mad if he's not the one flying.
Oh yeah, I'm just not putting myself through it.
Somehow
Like,
I don't feel like that's going to change.
So
like getting your wings clipped or something.
makes him more mad.
Okay, where are you guys going?
I mean,
Where am I meeting you guys?
I'll feel bad for you guys, I guess.
So
I'm
you're
bored
yeah.
watching you guys just walk along the ground.
So
Did I
Meta,
just hear Sir Maldo say he feels bad for us?
you see that up there? Look up.
Oh, it probably looks
That's
way better
damn
for
right.
you because it's just all a shade of pink for me.
Oh, it's
Okay,
kind of.
where are they, Smaldo? Where am I going?
They are in the mountainous area that I can't
Shit,
remember.
are you guys
Skysong
on Crimson?
Yeah,
Where
we're
is
on
it?
Crimson.
Fuck, it's
Oh
full.
my
Of
God.
course we're on
Kitty
Crimson.
now. Kitty,
It's
this
full.
is upsetting as hell.
Well, this is not working.
Yeah, you got to run. But here's the thing:
Okay,
if
I'm
you
gonna
run
try again. I'm
backwards, it's
gonna keep
faster.
reloading. I'm gonna
You
keep
run
reloading.
backwards faster, wow.
That's not true. That's a
It
lie.
is.
Except you miss the staircase and you fall way behind.
Yeah, it's hard to run backwards though.
Oh
That's the problem.
man.
So, but if you, like I was saying, if you get up high, you can still at least get that downward momentum and move a little bit
Oh
faster
my
than walking.
God.
Oh, this is terrible.
Here, let's take a look at it. This is
Dude, I couldn't take it. I tried for like I
This
hopped
makes me
on
want to vomit.
to try out new content. I was gonna play around on it earlier today and I just couldn't. I couldn't. It's bad.
We should hop in a party, Meadow, so that
That
your
would
voice
make
doesn't
sense.
drop off when you walk away.
okay. I'm gonna
Grab
try.
you. Okay.
I logged
Yeah.
off. Hopefully somebody has gotten kicked out so that I can join because the shard is full. So
So
even though
Syndicate invited me to her party.
already, like
reason.
immediately, fuck, it's so
Like, she sent it to me the moment you invited me. Oh, I feel bad. Oh wait, no, it's over here. All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Let's
Perfect.
go.
And you guys can hear Meta?
We can hear you.
yeah, we can hear you. And I just want to say it's kind of funny because I'm pretty sure it was Devo. He was joking. He was like, "Yeah, we can't do Crimson immediately because we won't be able to get in." He was right. Crimson Council has made Crimson the most popular shard. It's the only one that's full. I keep trying to come back and nope.
Did you make it to the
Crimson's full.
staircase, Meta? Where are you at?
Yep,
Yeah.
I'm right in front of you. You're slow as shit.
You're slow.
Fuck you.
It's
You're
okay,
slow.
you guys. You're both slow.
Oh no!
The
Oh,
game's
no.
slow, god damn it.
I'm under the stairs.
Sucks to be you. I'm not.
So as much as Sermaldo's bummed about Zenith, what's good is that we got
Oh,
lucky
this looks nice.
that
But it's
this is new. Yeah.
a little jarring because they never had anything move in their world before.
Oh yeah, all the dynamic stuff now. Like it's crazy. Like the windmill's spinning. There's these giant rocks that rotate around the whole castle. And this.
But the good thing about
Oh
it
my
is, even though we
God.
met in Zenith, at least now we
hold
all
on.
have a bunch of other games we're playing, which we're going to talk about a bunch
Yeah,
of
that's
those
true.
later.
Quick question.
Yep.
So there used to be a thing with the climbing. Maybe one of you guys that are in the game can test it out. Some guy
Yay,
showed
zip
me.
lines.
Yeah, right. Some guy showed me this where you would like when you're
I
climbing,
really
you kind of like
get
flick
going
stuff.
when they show me a zip line.
When you
It
go to
gets it
climb,
going.
you flick down and you let go, and you actually can like launch yourself up on one grab, and you lose way less stamina.
So some sort of like zipline glitch? Is that something? That
No. When you're climbing,
Yeah, I
you
got
just
it.
like throw
Oh,
really
climbing?
hard down when you let go, and you
Oh,
can,
3.
like,
I
launch
only got
yourself
2.
upwards.
Oh no, Kitty, is that something that you can do?
Did you
Like,
get all 3?
There was only 2.
Don't go up there.
Oh.
You're just gonna have to do it twice if you do it first. You should have had one for the reliquary, one for the grotto,
Nope.
and one for the mausoleum.
I did not. She doesn't have any more quests to offer me.
well, I've never done that,
She
Smeraldo,
gave
so I
me
don't know about that, but it looks like they're busy getting
Reliquary
into whatever's
and
going on.
Huh. I wonder why you didn't get mausoleum. Or the other one is Vault of the Ancients, I guess is what they're calling it.
Yep, I haven't got it. It's not here.
Weird. You might be bugged. You might have to go to Mika in the city to get it.
They're already bugged, so
It's okay. We can still do this.
Shocker.
Let's go to the reliquary because I'll have the quests there, and people will be able to see what we're doing.
I liked what
Oh,
Bubba
is
said
that the
in
mausoleum up there?
Discord earlier.
No, that's the
about
Sky Castle.
the game might be getting ready to get uninstalled.
Okay. You're the leader. I'm following the leader. You've been in here.
I just have to remember where it is. The Emerald Desert is the mausoleum. Oh, okay, Ram.
no, yeah,
Go
it's
to Obsidian
and let me try to
Fortress.
log back in, Kitty. Let's see if I can meet you in. Okay, round 2.
Good
So
luck.
go to Obsidian Fortress.
Round 2. It's like round
Uninstalled.
4.
The good thing is once you get your attunements and everything, you can fast travel everywhere you need to go. And when you're in the instances, you don't feel the need to fast
So they
fly.
What do you mean by
ruined
that? Like,
exploration.
added
Why do I
more
want to go from
fast
point A to
travel
point B?
Come talk to this guy. Talk to Finch. Make sure.
Good to see you, Zenithian.
I didn't grab
Good to
it.
see you, Zenithian. Okay.
Yeah, go agent.
Son of a bitch, Crimson still full. He's too
Thanks
cool.
so much.
Too full.
All right, did you get the quest?
All right. I did get the quest.
Cool. Now we fast fly over here.
Yeah, fast fly.
So what do you mean fast fly? You son bitch. Alright, so they did speed this up a little bit. It doesn't feel like enough, though.
That's what I was saying. You glide a lot faster than you used to.
I don't think it's a lot. It's a little.
I think that's why they worded it like you can still fast fly, because they sped up the glide speed.
That doesn't make me feel better.
All right, so this is the first floor. So in the overworld, it's just enemies. So there's nothing special to do other than your quest. So you can run right through it, or you can fight everything, kind of whatever you want to do.
Which I hope that
Oh,
we remember that
well,
entrance, we tried to make a cool little thing for the show that didn't we didn't
something.
use, really should use that.
That's a decision.
Exit out
Well,
of
just
that.
for the overworld variant,
God damn it.
because there's no puzzles and stuff in the overworld.
Okay.
And for your quest items, you have to kill stuff after you do the thing. So you might as well wait to kill stuff until you've done the thing.
Yeah, so
Fair enough.
as you can see from all, there's quite a lot actually here. It's like a pretty big area, and it's actually enclosed.
Oh, it's Shin again.
Feeling.
Oh, I feel like I've
course
killed
Shin's
Shin
there.
before.
It wouldn't be this game without Shin.
Yeah, but it's a different Shin.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there are
Just-
2 Shins on every body. It's
I
very
was
true.
gonna ask, like, how many Shin bosses have we fought at the point where we're at in this game? Like, there's the one in Tangled Cove.
What am I supposed to do
there's
with this?
At least the 2
Did
in
you
the
pull
desert
it from the
area.
blue thing and put it in the middle?
This might be unworthy.
Luckily, he's
There's
not the
nothing-
actual
oh.
boss. He's just like a mid-level guy in this one.
Yeah, I did it now.
I was wrong. I think there's 3 in that final area,
We are
if you count the events.
So they should be dropping. Come here. Enemies should now
It's
be
the
dropping these
gargoyles.
orbs. So put it in your inventory.
Yeah.
And kill the next thing.
Yeah, I like this model, the gargoyle model. It's pretty cool.
Oh man.
As you can tell, he was super hard to beat.
You don't want to get
Just
too
feels
far out
like
of the area because you still have to come back here.
somebody grabbed the gargoyle model in the Demeo painting room and just put a little color on it. It's a new skin.
Oh look, I got a rare one. It's rare.
What, the quest item?
All right, and then we go back to.
No, I
here.
think something like you might have got a gemstone or something. There's at least
And
decent drops
and then
from what I
drop your
saw.
balls into the
It
spots.
reminded me how much I just enjoyed the
Oh, I
speed
love dropping my
the
balls
CD
into it. 1 second.
of getting items and dropping balls into things. Yeah, no, Syndicate said to me, you need 3 balls. And I was always like, I always thought I just needed 2 balls to get the job done. But she was like, nah, you need 3 this time
I've only
around.
needed 2 so far.
Oh man, look at that guy. He can hold his shield up for a while.
Did you get it?
Oh, there we go. I was trying to figure out where we wanted me to put it.
You gotta
That's
learn where
what
to put
she
your balls,
said.
man.
All right, I got something.
Tink, what's up? You can't hear me, but I'm waving at you.
We should add Tink to the party.
Another guild
for it.
member.
Just, we gotta let him know he's on stream.
That's true.
Where'd he go? Oh, we're not friends. How are we not friends?
This is some classic
So
VR
Meta's
stuff.
jumping into world chat.
Seeing
What's
people.
going on.
Being like, oh, wait, we're not connected.
Well, you better protect him from all these new-looking enemies.
Oh, yeah, they're super
These aren't the things. This is the overworld dungeon. It's not as new and fun. It's much better when you get into the actual instance.
Well, there you go. He's got your
All
answers.
right. All right.
Yeah, Tink's gonna join. He said he's fine with that.
All right, good.
There we go.
What's up, man?
Nothing much.
Did
So
you get this one
I'm
done?
killing the boss. I'm killing the boss a second time because of course I fucking am. Just some bullshit.
So you don't.
How many
have
times-
You don't have to kill him the second time to get the climbing quest, if that's what you're going after.
Well, look, it wasn't given to me when I did it for the first time. Like, I still don't have that darn climbing quest, so I'm hoping that killing them a second time will just help me vent frustration and also give me the climbing quest as a reward. Is this some bullshit, and I fucking hate bullshit.
Don't think.
So, Tink, how do you feel about fast flying being removed?
Impartial. I learned how to fast fly towards the very end of when it was like right about or right as it was about to get taken away. So I was fast flying for pretty much the entire time of before it got removed. So it's not really too much a difference to me. It is a bit sad because I just learned how to do it and it made things a little bit easier, but who cares?
We missed.
I
we
care.
missed one of the spots.
Yeah, there's somebody that really disagrees with you.
Meta.
In
we
the-
missed,
missed.
we
Pew,
missed
pew.
one. It's right down here. Here's where it is.
He can feel you, Smaldo. He can just like feel you. Like, oh.
Oh, that was the worst throw in history. Oh my gosh.
Hey, you're clipping without meaning to clip.
Another new skin. Awesome.
Alright, I killed the boss. I'm done. I can return to
What
Finch.
happened here?
Yeah, like
I kind of brought everything with me.
somebody let some
Oh,
kid
wait, where the
live
fuck
his
are you?
toxic
Where the
Crayolas.
hell are you two?
My game is lagging out hard.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
Where
my
are
gosh.
you?
We're right
Where did
below
you
the
go?
bathroom. Oh, that's interesting.
Where?
Look at how many orbs
I don't
spawned.
see y'all.
I know
don't see
there's so many. They really need to
Is this you?
reduce this.
Oh my god, why are there so many balls?
That's what happens
Because
when you play
we
Zenith.
brought the entire dungeon with us, apparently.
That's what happens when you just
That
fly
was
What
me.
over.
I just
massacre
ran-
happened here?
I just ran straight
It was
through.
a fucking slaughter.
So you haven't done any of this,
Granted, now
Romaldo.
we can
What are
make-
your
now we
thoughts?
can make like really cool looking cannons for the.
I haven't
not,
seen
dude.
any new actual player
you got
model
cannon
or
balls
enemy
to fire
models
out of it.
yet,
Now we can make some
and
Yeah.
really cool looking cannons.
That's
Oh,
true.
and there's Bark. Oh, there's the
Mm.
entire group. Bark, and everyone else.
climbing up ladders
Oh, it's
is
just
not
about-
fun
hell yeah.
gameplay to me. So being forced to climb up a bunch of ladders doesn't
Meta,
make the
don't
game
jump
better
down
than it
there.
was before.
Yeah.
Jump up here because
All
you
right.
have to.
Okay, here we go. I think
do the
here
next
comes
part of the
boss.
quest.
Oh no, but I really want to kill the thing.
You won't get credit for it if you don't finish the quest first.
Alright, so what am I supposed to do? You jumped down there, you hypocrite.
Because I did the thing. You jumped down before I came down. Zima, hi.
Smith says hi.
Oh, you have to scout the area?
Yeah, it's one of those things.
Well, I want to jump down there and kill something, but there's nothing to kill.
Yeah, I can see you shaking your head, Smiley. You're not pleased.
Not impressed. It's funny to me that Meta apparently didn't get credit for doing the quest because he jumped down to kill the boss excitedly and then didn't
'Cause
do
he
something
didn't
ahead of
pay
time.
attention.
Oh man.
Oh, it looks
Yeah.
like. Did you get the crystal meta?
Yep.
Nope, I can't pick it up.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah,
that's
it
crystal
sounds like same old. Yep, I know what you're talking about, Romaldo. So much shit. It should be smoother, but then it's just
Well,
not.
I guess, okay.
There's the boss again anyway. At least the
Temperature
respawn time isn't too bad.
I think maybe?
The boss looks pretty cool. At least it's
I mean,
actually different. It's just not
Yeah,
just like a
it'd be a
giant-
lot more
I like how
interesting
he's
if it wasn't a
dead.
bunch
It's
of
a
max
really
level
cool
people with
standalone.
like high level gear whooping its ass
Right.
instead of
True.
like
Yeah, I
people
didn't get a
just getting
crystal.
here for the first time.
You
True.
didn't get the crystal. There it is.
Like it actually will make it fun for me because I want to
You gotta.
heal
I
up my
don't know. It's
support.
one of these crystals. It's got to be.
See,
you're
as
saying, like,
somebody with a full
It's
level
not
everything,
none of
there's
mine.
just not a lot of
There's
appeal
nothing for
here.
you, yeah. Whereas for me,
I
it could
did.
actually be fun if I'm getting there and then I get to that level, and then this place is challenging and actually
Yeah.
lets me up. Yeah.
Since there's no challenge here for a max level player, it's just kind of like, what's the point? If there was some sort of cool, like cooking supply
Yeah,
you
he
could
died
get
and nothing
as
spawned
well,
for me.
or like
Did you get a hit on him?
Yeah, I did. I got a
some
cultist
other
totem.
reason
That's all
to
I got.
come through here for max level people, then it would
Yeah.
be interesting.
Oh, man.
No, that totally makes sense.
Even like there should
yeah,
just
you've
be
gotta-
more
you've gotta
social
kill 'em to get
areas
the
that are
instants.
built into stuff like this, like
Oh,
mini taverns and stuff,
okay.
where there's stuff like dartboards or like the game in
Okay, he's
Demeo
back
where
up.
you
Right,
shoot the little
he's
arrows.
back up.
Oh, that's a good point. That could be in like almost every like main place that you can fast travel to. Like every
Yeah,
place
there
that
should
you
be
can teleport
dartboards and
to, like
stuff.
right there wherever you fast travel, there should be like a recreational
No
room.
crystal this time either.
That's just a good
Nope.
VR idea in general.
So
Yeah.
What's
Neat
going on with your
says
quest?
the more you do dungeons, you unlock higher tiers for them.
I
So
heard
like,
there were bugs on the quests. I guess I'm affected.
Ah. Okay.
Well,
cool.
it's weird that you didn't have the 3 showing up in the first place too.
so Neat, do you know if that goes all the way up
So I
to
guess,
the
I
max
guess
level?
I can't do this.
Does it eventually become challenging for max
Yay.
level people? Like, or is there a cap to how many tiers it goes up?
I'm
Do we
gonna
know
fast
this yet?
travel back to Finch to turn it in, man. And we can just jump back into stream.
Yeah, you guys can jump because we can
sounds
do
like a
Demeo.
plan. I think we learned something. The game is still broken.
Meta said it himself.
Hallelujah!
The game is still
It's
as
just
it
not
always
broken in a
was.
fun way. All right,
It's
this is
still
cool though. I like
Zenith.
the stuff they added, but I can't play it because it doesn't work for me. Which is
And the instanced version is so much cooler than that. That's the other thing to remember.
oh no,
That's
I
just
can
the
imagine that
overworld
it
version.
is.
Hey, you.
Oh, I can imagine it's way better,
Yeah.
but I can't do that.
Goodbye,
It sounds a
Zenithian.
little creepy.
So ends my gameplay.
Did they fix the way to move stuff from one page to the other like easily?
I haven't played with that yet, but you're
Oh,
supposed
I mean,
to
you
be
can
able
pull
to.
it out and then click on the other page and then put it in. Right?
Oh, that's better than it was before.
Yeah, that is better.
I don't know how to do this.
A lot better, but
I really wanted to fuck with my inventory. Like I almost logged in early today just to fuck with my inventory because I'm an inventory freak. Like
How do you
bad.
put stuff?
this change they made to give you more inventory space is something that kind of annoys me about a lot of VR games right now when it comes to UI stuff. Is they have a whole field of view around you where you can turn your head and stuff to see everything,
Fortress.
and they limit it to a really small
Please
window.
come again soon.
Like
Hey,
for
guys.
example, with hey, welcome back. With Alicia, the spell screen, like you had to use that weird knob thing to move around to see everything, when they could have just made it big enough where you didn't need some weird user interface knob thing to see everything. You know what I mean? Like, it could have been huge.
VR UI is you got to give them like it's still so new. You got to give them some slack,
Yeah.
kind of. But like I know what you mean. Like every time a VR game gets their UI better, I feel like super happy. I'm like, oh, you're figuring it out. Because other video games, it took fucking years and years for them to get it right. So doing
For
it in
sure.
VR is a whole other gameplay.
Well, so like in Zenith, the 3 pages, they could have put them all just side by side, all still right in front of you.
You're right.
There was
Boom,
no reason to have
boom,
it be
boom.
different pages.
You're right. That would be using virtual reality better. You're absolutely right. Like somebody asked about No Man's Sky before. That's one of the things that can be intimidating because some of your menus are popping out of your hand or like popping out of your gun. You have to like press your gun to change the ammo or change the sight. It's a little intimidating, but it's also utilizing VR correctly, where you're actually using.
Is that a PC VR only?
Yeah, No Man's Sky is still currently PC VR only, but it's super high class. I mean, Kitty was talking about it in comparison of like when it comes to AAA games, it's pretty much like Half-Life Alyx. And what was the other one he was saying?
Trevor Saves the Universe is like a AAA game for VR, in my opinion. It's just not the type of game you're talking about, but it feels AAA game, in my opinion. It looks like it too.
Yeah, and that kind of terminology can be disputed in this way, that way, the other, but anyways, no UI. Just to finish that point, figuring out the proper user interface for VR is like really important. And anytime any game gets that like done right, I really give them huge props because it's fun to finally. It took them years and years and years to get it good in older games, and now it's like, oh, let's try doing the same fucking figuring it out, but totally like different concept of how games work. It's interesting.
For sure.
Okay, Meta and Kitty, you look like you guys were having fun. Is that what you call it?
I don't know about that.
The overworld versions, like I said, they're not anything special.
So it gets better. In the instance, it does get better, Kitty.
Yeah, you've got to see the instances, and it kind of stinks that we don't have a good way or time to show the instance. I was hoping Meta would complete the quest and not be bugged out of it so we could show off the instance. Because the instance is so much cooler. There's lasers everywhere. It's like you're going to a raid. It's awesome.
But it may not be the worst thing because we do still want to talk about Demeo a little bit.
But the instance looks cool.
I'm gonna
Maybe not. We don't have to
change
jump
over to
in.
my headphones because it's hard to hear you guys now.
Okay. But
Can you hear me now?
Kitty did not respond, so I don't know.
You just didn't want to give me the
A lot of it
satisfaction.
was just me ignoring him.
But okay. Demeo. You see, guys just played Zenith. We were talking about it a bunch. I've been playing like a bunch today, the new Demeo. It went well. How many of you, did all of you get the betas?
No, I haven't tried it yet. I want to get in there.
Did you do the beta? I can't remember who all did it. I know me and Bonely did it.
I mean, I was in the. Yeah, I was there too.
Was it me, you, and Bonely?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we did sign an NDA, so I don't know if we can really talk about the differences between the beta and what the actual game.
Well, let me tell you what I got. I got a warlock who's more magical, and she's got like a big like cat, like a predatory cat partner, which is basically like an like right off the bat, you've got like a friendly, like when you have to turn somebody, and it's fucking sick. I love the dynamics of it. The new map is hard, desert oriented, and at the end there's like a hydra with 3 fucking dragon heads and a tail that sticks out. And if you hit the tail, it does things. But anyways, does that sound about what you guys did?
Pretty close. I think that the Hydra might not even be the final boss, though.
It's not.
Oh shit.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Yeah, I spent fucking 3 to 4 hours playing that new stage, which was good. It challenged me compared to all the other ones. I was like, fuck, stepped up. And then I was like, oh no, I thought I was going to survive. And then I just got my ass handed to me. Right?
My first time through it with a group of randoms, we were on the level with the snakes for hour and a half trying to kill the snakes. And then we gave up because we couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
And I was so mad, and I was like, I need to get Bonely and Sermaldo in here so we can figure it out.
And we never did.
So did you guys never beat it?
No.
Oh,
We got past
awesome.
We got past the snakes, but we couldn't beat what comes after that, which I don't want to spoil for you.
Okay, well then we're gonna have fun.
Well, then I need to do this ASAP because I need to be the reason that we beat it. I need this.
So I really like.
I don't have 6 hours to play through it tonight.
Because the pet levels up with you and gets stronger also, and so it's.
And the way it gets stronger is cool. I liked in the preview that they gave on YouTube, they were like, if you got a bard, you can make it courageous and it will help the level up, and it totally does. Since I already liked the bard, I was like, okay, I'm utilizing this. And then the more it attacks, the more it levels up. And then also if the enemies fuck with it and do the red thing, I don't know what it's called, like enraged or something, it will also level it up. So there was like 3 different fucking level ups on it at one time. It was pretty wild.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, I don't know about jumping in and playing just because there's no way to limit that to 20 minutes, which is what we've got left here.
Yeah.
And we showed off the painting room last week, sometime recently.
Oh, we'll play it soon.
But we could devote the next stream to it. Maybe Bonely will show up, and I don't know. Maybe we could get 4 of us in there to do it.
Both these updates came out on the same day. They're both major.
It
updates.
Is
a minor update. Is whatever. Like, who cares? But like to release 2 major updates on the same day for 2 games that are like, as far as VR is concerned, large VR titles. It's an interesting choice.
And you're not wrong about being major updates. Like, I mean, Zenith is
it's a different game.
Talked about, even though it pisses a bunch of people off, it is a lot update. And I was thinking, Demeo, I'll still be able to get through this level in like 2 hours. And I was like, no, this is taking way longer. And then I still got beat, which I'm loving.
So who's going to lose the save file this time?
Is it my turn?
It's still going to be.
The thing I like
Your
about the
turn
new
to
level
lose the save file
is it's so easy to become the secret boss now. All you gotta do is walk through the red stuff. Boom, secret boss.
Oh, you're right. Actually, everybody was the secret boss this last time. I literally have everybody just attacking each other.
Man, I don't know if we're allowed to talk about changes, but it seemed like enemies weren't affected by walking through it, and I was like, "What? Why aren't they turning on their teammates?"
They were.
I didn't see
they were
it
affected by it, and then they would explode when you killed them if they had it on them. It'll be interesting to see if it's still in there.
I would.
It seemed like a major mechanic, because then they would spread it when they died because they would explode. So you'd get AOE damage,
don't remember
and then
them
you'd also
attacking
have that stuff.
other enemies.
We didn't spend a whole lot of time playing it, so not getting a chance to see that level makes sense. Hey, Budo.
Yo.
Do you have any news this week?
Yes,
it's a question. Right. Do you have news this week?
Let's do it. Let's just.
There's always news, even if there's not news. There's fucking news. The news will be that there's no news.
Hey, it's Budo with the news. Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, so I'm gonna let everybody finish laughing. All right. Rumor has it, Roblox is coming to the Quest 2. And that's gonna be weird. Everybody's still laughing. I don't care.
No, it's Siberian.
I've heard bad things about that game, but I don't know anything else about it.
What do you think, Meta? What do you think? It's really important.
About Roblox? I need to hear the news first. No, the reason I'm laughing is because when it came to you, I didn't know you were gonna pop up, and so I thought that you were just gonna do this bit where like you had walked away from your chair. That's why I was laughing.
That's next time. That's next time on Bud's News. Anyways, also there's some weird ass shit. People are trying to use VR in so many different ways. They're doing like some sort of like VR art house theaters. I mean, people are using it to train surgery. I mean, VR is just everywhere. Among Us got a new trailer. We don't have it pulled up, but it was something that we've been worried about when it comes to Among Us on VR. Is we've been playing an Among Us version in VR chat, and we were worried that might ruin the actual Among Us game, and I'm thinking I'm a little worried about it. I don't know. Did any of you guys see that trailer?
I have not seen the new trailer.
Yeah, I watched it. It got me even more excited to play it. I think their version is going to be better than the VR chat version.
Okay, you think it is? Okay.
Oh yeah. There's going to be a lot more complexity to the mechanics and the way the game works.
Will there be more than one map?
Oh yeah, I think they said there's 3 maps.
That'll be a big selling point.
Is saying in the chat. I haven't heard this about Roblox. Has anyone heard this? I'm curious.
That's one of the things I've heard. I've also just heard that there's, well, I don't know if we should talk about it, actually. Just bad stuff going on there.
Oh,
I have no idea. I've never played Roblox.
I mean, for somebody that works in I work around, and it's like for little kids, it's a huge game. So it's kind of weird that it's coming to Quest, because Quest is specifically supposed to be 13 plus, and the kids that I see playing Roblox most is 13 down. So I'm interested why that's coming to Quest 2. It's a weird rumor, but I'm also not surprised. VR's basically just pulling at strings these days. We can't really deny it. Yeah, I mean, the main news we've already talked about. Big updates today. We've been trying to play it. We're doing our best. Yeah.
I'm on the road. You can only expect so much. I'm trying to drive. Like, it's dangerous for me to put that headset on, but I do it for you all.
Thanks, Meta.
All right. Well, hey, at least we got to use the news intro.
I
if
loved
it's
it.
not obvious, this week we planned on showing off Zenith and Demeo, and then we griped about Zenith for an hour and didn't play. And we've got a light crew tonight. Zay and Kay are on the road. Bonely
I'm
is
on
doing
the
Bonely
road.
things.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you hit them. That's why they're not on camera, Meta. That
Yeah.
got established right at the beginning of the episode.
I took him out. I was a hitman. I took him out because I was playing VR while I was driving. But like I said, I do it for you.
Oh, so Z, it's all wrapping around. So the main message, kids, is don't play VR when you're driving.
Or do.
You
And
know,
if you do, stream it while you
it's-
do it, just like me.
It's a good point though, because I keep watching videos of people using pass-through and like doing things in the real world, and the Quest pass-through feature is pretty crazy. Like it works a little too well. Because I can
Oh, it's gonna work even
walk
better.
upstairs, I can go make a sandwich and cook dinner, all with the pass-through up. Like I can play
It's
a
gonna
little
get
video
better.
on YouTube and just, oh, dude, the color pass-through on the Cambria. Like I
Oh.
watch those videos and I'm like, oh my god, I want this so bad. I want
So
5
wild.
pounds hanging on my face 24 hours a day.
I saw a post on Reddit about the game House Defender is like now on side quests, and you map the inside of your actual house playing space or whatever, but you can make it bigger than a normal play space, and it maps the game to you're defending like your location, and so like you can like map where tables and beds and all that kind of stuff is, and then it makes the level around that so you don't run into stuff while
So
you're
that
moving around.
sounds like a great game, but Quest can't handle that. There's something
It
I don't know if
does
you guys
pretty
run into
good.
it. There's something called
It does pretty good.
boundary
It really
drift.
does.
Boundary drift happen if you play long play sessions, and then like it's slightly to the side, and you're literally running into your table. So
Haven't tried it yet.
Well,
I mean,
and
it's a
they
real
have games
thing. It's a
now-
bug they're
they have
working
games
on.
now in the lab that fully utilize pass-through. So one of the ones I play
sure
is
they do.
Vermilion. And it's a painting game. So you literally just put an easel in your room and you paint while you can still talk to people, and they make fun of you for wearing a VR headset. But there's shooting games like I think Blaston has a pass-through mode now.
Yeah, Blaston
but-
does, but the thing is, other people can't see your pass through, which is good, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels weird.
The whole
It
whole
feels
point
weird.
of that is because games don't have access to see your camera, and
Which
so
they
that
shouldn't.
way a developer can't pull up footage from your gameplay and see your house. So I am all on board with them separating the pass through from the game. Fine with me. But
yeah, I see that being okay, but I also feel like the future is going to be the AR.
do y'all
It's
get-
gonna be MR. It's gonna be mixed.
It's going to
reality.
go into
Yeah.
AR and then come back into VR. Like it's going to
Do-
utilize it all.
do y'all get a lot of boundary drift? Because I
It's a real
do
thing.
everything in my office in here, and it's never moved for me. Like it's always.
It
spot on.
depends on what you. So when you're using your boundary, your headset is mapping things and then remembering those shapes. If you don't have enough shapes that are different enough from those around you, or you have it to be too complex, it confuses it. So like say you have like carpet can really mess with it because the ground isn't like a solid surface. But stuff like that where it just everything looks the same for it, it can make the drift worse.
See,
So
this
if you have
is-
like tiles is the best way to do it because it segments it on a grid.
Yeah.
This is a good topic for just when it comes to boundaries or like little hacks for that. I have a personal hack when it comes to if I'm standing, I use a yoga mat and I fold it up to whatever the right size is, and then I can feel it on my feet and be like, okay, this is my limit of area. If I go out of that, then I'm going to, I don't know, possibly
I
break
just
my
don't even pay
TV.
attention to my boundary is not
you know.
realistic at this point. I just don't like seeing that blue line. I just remember where I shouldn't go,
And that's what I'm
sometimes it
saying.
doesn't
Yeah, and that's
work
what I'm
out.
saying because it annoys me when I set the boundary to its limits. Then I keep accidentally getting close to it, and then I'm like, no, that's bringing me out of the game. So I make my boundary too big.
Yeah.
So,
we all make our boundary too big, right? We all go well beyond where we're actually playing. Okay, good to hear.
Yeah,
because
I've been using the stationary one to keep myself out of trouble, so I don't hit stuff.
Wait, you use stationary?
I sit on a swivel chair. I just put myself in the middle of the circle, and it's no big deal.
But you don't ever move to the point where it like hits the barrier and like it.
Yeah, my wingspan is outside the stationary boundary.
I'm not used to gliding like this. I'm used to gliding like this. So
that's the difference. I'm But now you don't have to worry about that, Sir Maldo. Now you won't be gliding at all. So you're okay.
Sorry, I started playing in Population 1, so I was used to gliding like this.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I do, William. Pretty accurate. I know you can literally disable it. I just haven't done it. There's no point. I just draw a way overly large, ridiculous boundary. My boundary goes through my wall by a good 2 feet.
That's about right.
So it just never goes off anyway. You might as well turn it off.
There's so many things I could trip over in my boundary. I just don't care.
I don't know if it's a feature, but I also notice, like, because if I take my headset upstairs, my boundary changes to what I set up there. So, like, I've got a couch and stuff set into my boundary.
So there's a setting. There's a setting to clear your boundary memory in the quest because it does remember, but it only remembers those.
It can also, like you were saying, it's very finicky. So if you change things around, it'll all of a sudden be like, I don't know the boundary for this place. And I'm like, no, I set the boundary.
Yeah, it's like you take your shoes off and put them in the boundary, and it's like, oh, where am I?
Yeah. But again, I think that's where AR is going to end up
like if you move your furniture around, it's going to confuse it.
But you say that, but I've had the furniture in mostly the same spots, and then all of a sudden it will forget my boundary. It's interesting. I don't know what's fucking it up, and I've been playing with this for over a year. But again, my point is that lighting is a big change. Lighting has stayed the same.
If you have a window, the lighting doesn't stay the same.
But my windows are completely blacked out practically.
If your TV's on, lighting doesn't stay the same.
Not in a place where there's a TV.
Fudo, no.
Anymore.
Don't bite.
You're just wrong, okay? You're wrong.
but my whole point is that AR is like, I think VR is gonna lean towards AR to make VR better, and then it will just get better. The amount of possibilities.
Yeah. So Thrill Seeker had a video this week where he was at the expo for augmented reality, and he was showing off a bunch of cool stuff there. And they've got some super lightweight glasses that, it's a full augmented reality where you're seeing full 3D models and the perspective. There was one really cool thing he was showing that was a table, and stop blocking out my camera. A table, and you put on these glasses, and it projects the image onto the table. And so you see an augmented 3D view as you move and look at the table. And 2 people can both use it at the same time because the way the surface of the table is made. So it was a really cool thing. You need to check it out because it was really cool looking. Yeah, we can wrap up. It'll be easy this week because we don't have all these people talking about everything, and we can just say goodnight. And the great thing about our website is it works with 4 people just as easy as it works with 7 people.
God damn it.
So please.
You say no, it's just as compatible. I don't think it's going to be just as easy. We're still going to fuck it up. But let's.
Yeah, you're going to fuck it up.
But yeah, thank you guys for joining us. It's been a fun night. Sorry we didn't get into a lot of things we wanted to get into tonight. We thought we'd have more people, and we thought we'd have more fun gameplay to show off, and less
just so you know,
bugs and glitches and not working.
We clearly can't function without ZK and Bonely.
No, we just move too quickly and progress, and we're like, okay, now on to the next subject. We're done. Let's keep moving.
I loved that news segment intro. That was dope.
Wasn't it? That was all
Zay
Zay.
kills it.
Yeah, that was all Zay.
Zay's the best. I had to do something special for the
Chaos
intro.
crew.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Man.
So what's our website again, Kitty?
Please.
FuckYouKitty.com. Oh, please.
Please.
Join.us.
Yay! Boo! You can also check us out at thevrguild.com.
thevrguild.com.
Keep looking up and Meta is just like
.com.
Yeah, as he always is.
He was asking himself, like, how can I fuck this up and it'd be hilarious? And it took him that long to come up with that, you know?
Even though he...
Well, anyway.
come on, he paid for the domain name.
Yeah, he bought it. That's how important I am to him. People are like spelling my name wrong, so they're going to like fuck your kitty or something like that. Like,
Hey now.
you don't want to go to that website.
Don't go
Completely
down.
different website.
We should provide
Yeah,
some
my-
sort of eye
My
bleach
name is
what?
website.
spelled out.
I think
right
I'm having
here.
activity issues.
Yeah, your yellow bars right now.
He's
Yeah,
gonna crash.
KITT. Very different website.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's
man.
about to crash.
That's why he's having connection
He's about to
issues. He
crash
just
his
immediately
car.
started getting viruses when he went there.
He went through a tunnel, I think.
Uh,
But yeah, so thank you guys for hanging out with us. Thank you guys for showing up on stream. Thank you, Zay and Kay, for showing up even though you're driving across country, showing up in chat at least. And thank you, Bonely, for giving us a night of peace.
Yeah,
We'll
and
see
thanks,
you guys
Bonely.
later.
Wait. Final wrap up. Thanks, Bonely. for-
Don't put that in our chat. Like,
That was the personal chat. Thank you, Bonely, for
Hold on.
dash
hold
dash.
on, let me check
Next
that
week
out.
is championships. I should
Oh.
have said this for him. I fucking totally
I
forgot.
haven't even.
Championships.
I haven't
Super
searched
excited.
that website.
Meta's already trying to
Don't
practice.
open it. What
He's
that
racing
is.
way too fast.
Hold on. Budo is actually saying something that sounds important.
Yeah, we need to like volume correct between the two of them because Meta is twice as loud as Budo is.
Yeah, that's because that's how he is. No.
Budo is really quiet this week.
Shh. Anyways, dash championships next week. Bonely's giant racing league went well. We've got a fucking awesome idea. We're gonna have fun. It's gonna be crazy next Tuesday, and we're gonna beat Bobo somehow. That's all any of us that knows what it's gonna mean. We're gonna do it. Sir Maldo, you got this.
Do we
Come
know
on.
any details about like how many races and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah,
What
so
time?
it's gonna start with 3 races, 5, 5, and 4, and then they're all gonna race, do a Grand Prix each. The top 2 from each of those go into another Grand Prix of 6 people, and then the top 2 of that one final race, random race. The top rated racers from the racing league get to choose the tracks for the first 2 rounds, but then when it comes to the final one, it's just 1-on-1, random. Bobo was shaking in his boots, which is something nice to hear because he's fucking frightening to everybody else in the world that plays dash. But we're gonna have fun. Thanks, Bonely. You're not here tonight, but
so horrifyingly good.
He's such a nice guy. Like,
yeah, he's the
he's
nicest
super
person.
nice.
And yeah, so remember that. Also, we are sponsored by Proof. Website coming soon. We've got some great things. If you haven't seen it before, we've got these great shoes. They're gonna do some different pieces of clothing. They're helping us out with the show. I'm gonna have to do a kickflip which is I'm a little bit scared about. I'm not feeling on it right now. So shit. My VR is good, but my skateboarding is a little lacking. So I'm gonna have to step it up.
You can do a Budo.
Okay, I'll
More
get it. I will
You
get
can also
it.
go to please join.us. So that's PLEAS, no E, please. Correct. And you about 5 or 6 times before I realized that I mistyped them all and had to go back to it.
Let's go reverse. Let's go reverse. Let's go
So
reverse.
we have
Also,
both?
They might not work, but they are definitely long.
Oh, he bought a bunch that don't work. It's just they
He
do
never
work, but they shouldn't
deleted
work.
them. Yeah.
It's stupid.
When you say you corrected it, you went back and bought the ones with the E's also after it?
Yeah, also.
Man.
On top of it.
He spent like $100 on domains.
Yeah,
in
you
one
can't
night.
return.
Well, if somebody
joke
makes
was
a
worth
mistake
it.
while they're typing it in, then they'll still come to us. It's awesome.
Let's go in reverse, Armaldo.
Oh, please.
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 Join.us.
Holy shit!
We did it, you